for sparring partners and all that.
And in the meantime, we were talking about you're doing commentary for New Japan Pro Wrestling with Jim Ross, and you do it on Access TV, right?
That's right. Every Friday night at 8, you can see me sit down and run my mouth about wrestling.
Yeah.
But we just did the live show up at the Cow Palace in San Francisco, which they've been having sporadic wrestling events there, but it was a big draw in that building in like the 60s and 70s, I guess. So it's a bit of a historical
it feels
aspect.
like pro wrestling is making a renaissance. It's like making a return.
Yeah, I think that there's a certain audience of a certain age gap, that our age group, that has come into flourishing into the internet and other ways to which to go ahead and bring wrestling back up there and show that wrestling, whether it's the biggest company like the WWE, all the way to say, number 2 would be New Japan, and then there's all these independent companies all over the place that some of them have quite a decent following as well.
You know Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins?
Huge wrestling fan.
He owns, what is the company that he
The
owns?
NWA, the National
NWA.
Wrestling Alliance,
Yeah.
So he owns...
It's hard. NWA is NWA, the rap group.
It's that too.
You mean, that's what I hear when I hear NWA.
I'm sure there's some attitude involved with the
there's
wrestling
attitude.
NWA.
Yeah.
Can't speak about the rest of it, but NWA is, I guess still, it's a legendary sanctioning body. And so it wasn't any one particular company, but it was a sanctioning body that would then oversee certain titles. And so if you're going to be on this show at this time, you're going to defend the NWA championship, the NWA commission would get involved, and they had their specifications as to how the title matches would be run, and whether or not you could lose by disqualification or not, or if you could go over the top rope would be a DQ, and little stuff like that.
Who did Killer Kowalski wrestle for?
Killer Kowalski? I couldn't tell you.
Do you remember him?
I know the name, but I don't really... I mean,
dude, when
he
I was
a
in
famous,
high school,
famous trainer after the fact as well.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
When I was in high school,
probably
he was
AWA
the
guy.
It was an NWA?
NWA,
It was. That's
NWA.
right. Did we talk about that with Billy? I think we did. He was like local cable when I was in high school. It was like Killer
Territory
Kowalski.
days, yeah.
He had like a claw. He would like grab his own wrist and grab your head or some
The
shit.
iron claw, like
guy.
Fritz von Erich, Killer Kowalski.
Look at his hand. He's got his hand up, the claw. It's like there's some nostalgia to it. That's one of the reasons why I feel like it's coming back. It's like people who liked it as a kid are now, as adults, going back to it as a nostalgia.
Well, with the internet, it's much easier to go out there and put product out, right?
Yeah.
So it makes it more easily disseminated to any audience who might want to see it, especially with like shows that are abroad. Like there are some shows that'll go on in Germany and Austria that will get streamed and people get a hold of them. They get to watch them. So it's not like the tape trading days of yesteryear.
Does Jim Ross hook you up with his barbecue sauce?
Apparently
he's got some fucking killer barbecue sauce.
He's got sauce. He's got rubs. He's got all kinds of a whole menagerie of all your meat fixins.
Is he a pit master? Is he one of those dudes? Does he do the whole thing with the wood and have a real smoker?
His hickory chips.
Yeah.
And then he's got his white oak on the side. And then
one of them guys.
Maybe.